Okay, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something that can totally change your business, how to stop thinking about single events and start building what I like to call lifetime contracts. This is really the blueprint for turning that one-time client into a partner for years to come.
Think about this. The event's over, the crew is packed up. Now what? Right now, your business is at a crossroads. Are you just a one-time vendor, a name on an invoice that gets filed away? Or are you an essential strategic partner, someone they can't imagine planning their next big thing without? Seriously, how you answer that question changes everything.
And that's exactly why we're here. Look, this isn't about crossing your fingers and hoping a client remembers you a year from now. The absolute best in the business, they have a system. They see the end of one event as the grand opening for the next one. And today, we are going to break that system down, piece by piece.
So first, let's talk about the why. It's just simple business math, really. Getting a brand new client costs way more time, money, and energy than keeping one you already have. Every single event you treat as a one-and-done deal is a massive missed opportunity. It forces you to hit the reset button to start from scratch. The goal here isn't a revolving door of clients. It's to build a loyal roster.
Okay, so where do we even begin? It all starts in those first few moments right after the event wraps up. We're going to call this the golden 48 hours. Now, this window of time is super fragile, but it's also your single biggest opportunity. It's where you lay the very first bricks for that long-term partnership. Let's get into how you seize that moment.
The post-event debrief is absolutely non-negotiable. Step 1, you get a success review on the calendar within 48 to 72 hours. Do it while the energy is high and everything's fresh in their mind. Step 2, you run the meeting using a simple plus-delta framework. Basically, what went amazing and what's one thing we can make even better next time. This immediately positions you as a partner. And finally, step 3, you show up with the goods, real data that proves the event was a smash hit.
And how you prove that value is, well, it's everything. You've got to tailor it. For your corporate clients, you lead with the return on investment. We're talking hard numbers, leads generated, social media engagement, you name it. But for a social event like a wedding, you prove your value with what we can call emotional impact. Those incredible guest testimonials or a sneak peek of the jaw-dropping photos. You have to speak your client's language of success.
That debrief, that gets your foot back in the door. But to really, truly lock in that loyalty for the long haul, you have to be intentional about it. You can't just hope they call you. You need to build a structure that makes staying with you the easiest, most obvious choice they could possibly make. Let's see what that looks like.
I want you to let this one sink in for a second. Recurring revenue does not happen by accident. It is the direct result of a recurring structure that you put in place. It's about engineering loyalty, not just wishing for it.
So what does this structure actually look like? Well, here are 3 really powerful pieces. First, an annual retainer. This basically takes you off the market for anyone else. You're their go-to. Second, an alumni perk. Think of it like a VIP club. Past clients get first dibs on those super popular dates. It creates exclusivity. And third, referral rewards. This turns your happiest clients into your best sales team. Each one of these builds a powerful moat around that client relationship.
But a real partnership isn't just about doing the same thing over and over. It's about expansion. Once you've got that relationship on solid ground, the next move is to grow the account. This is all about increasing that client's lifetime value by showing them you can solve even more of their problems.
And there are 2 main ways to do this. First, there's upselling. This is all about enhancing what they already get from you. Maybe you move them from a basic package to one with full tech integration. Then there's cross-selling. This is where you bring in new, related services. You plan their amazing wedding? Well, who's going to plan their first anniversary party? You are. You're not just an event planner. You're their celebration resource for life.
Okay, the final piece of this whole puzzle is what you do between the events. The biggest danger to your business isn't a competitor. It's being forgotten. A long-term nurture strategy is how you stay relevant, how you stay top of mind, so that when they even think about another event, you're the only call they make. And this calendar right here shows you exactly how to do it. See? It starts strong with that golden 48 debrief. Then, a year later, bam, you send a beautiful memory photo from their event. Every quarter, you send them a useful article or some industry insight just to remind them you're the expert. And all the time, you have these easy, low-stakes touch points. A quick email that says, hey, I saw this article on travel and thought of you. It keeps the connection alive.
So, let's make this super practical. What can you do right now? Here's your checklist. First, create a template for that post-event success report.
2. Start a client alumni email list for those VIP perks. 3. Go into your calendar and set automated reminders for all your client anniversaries. And 4. Right now, think of 3 services you could easily cross-sell to your existing clients. These are the first steps to building your own retention machine.
And that brings us right back to where we started, to that big question. Now that you have the blueprint, you have a choice. Are you going to keep finishing events, hitting the reset button every single time, or are you going to start using every event's closing chapter to launch a brand new, long-term, high-value partnership? The choice is all yours.